Welcome, you all. Welcome to November. It has been a cold night. Okay, we are climbing down into the frost temperatures, and I had to get out here and do a lot of work yesterday to make sure that things that could be lost to frost were not lost to frost. And so I want to share with you some of the things that are happening in the garden, y'all, including the chicks who are out right now and about, and they were already ready, so they're good. But let's just start with all this lemongrass, y'all, that I had to preserve. So this is a small house that I had outside, was not being in use. But baby, when I tell you I had to find some place to put that lemongrass. Well, I found some place to put it because I had to cut it down because it I was going to lose it. So here in this small greenhouse is, ooh, it's wet in there. Got to open it up. It's loads. Look at that. Loads and loads of medicine. Lemongrass. This is my lemongrass harvest for this year. Look at it. 3 shelves of lemongrass, and I also still have the roots in the ground, but I was able to cover them until I can actually get to them. So moving on, we I didn't have to cover these up because these are cold hardy vegetables. That's your spinach and your bok choy and kale and things that are growing back. Um, but a quick share about my lettuce. Cold hardy also did not have to do anything with it. It feels really good. Feels like it's loving it here. So things are really growing. I had to sit a couple of eggs out. Thank God I have a place to kind of put things in. So the strawberry plants are doing well as well. They stayed out last night, seem to be okay. I still have to transplant them so their babies can get a root, but for now they're okay. All right, so I had this big tomato. So as you can see, my entire garden is covered, like it's literally covered because I didn't want to lose anything. But this baby right here, this tomato, I even tried to save tomato plants, y'all. It's still growing and it still has tomatoes, so it's got a lot of where's the big fruit? Right here. A lot of big fruit still on it. So I said, let me cover it up. And it's still got fruit coming in. So I covered it up to try to keep it safe with some plastic and clothespin it down, just to see if I can save it. So let's move on to another area. Like, I was really concerned about this area right here. And so in this area is where those tomato plants are. My moringa orange, my moringa orange, and my lime are also here too, and they will not survive the frost. So I put a wire cage around that one and covered it up. I just covered this one up. I'm gonna get a wire cage to do the same here and put some, mulch at the base of it to keep it nice and warm. The good thing, y'all, is I'm being creative over here because this is just my front window garden, and I had this tent, y'all. And this tent, this is the tent that was way out in the field. So me and my husband moved it over here, and we put it down to ground level. And today, yesterday I put plastic. Last night I put clothespin plastic around it. So what I'm going to do is actually make this a greenhouse. So since I didn't realize I could, like literally put this to ground level, so I clothespin some of the Dollar Tree curtains, plastic curtains, all around it, so I could preserve these tomatoes because they got so many tomatoes on them. And I was like, I don't want to lose them. So let's see if we can keep them, right? But of course, this is winter. These are all. I should have started way up here, y'all. But let me go backwards just a little bit. I'm going to walk through. I had a long meeting today, so I'm just being able to come out. But I did want to show y'all what's happening here in this greenhouse before I go any further. So hold on. Let me see if I can get it to unzip. I'm using one hand. Y'all know how it is when I be on live. I be live. I be live. And so it's harder to navigate, but we gonna do it because I love to be on live. So in here also, in this house, I have several. Oh, it's nice in there too. I have several things going on. I've got several houses within the house. And y'all, this is gonna be a blessing for me, and it would be a blessing for you too to think about your setup. So these are just some preserves. I pulled and cut all of my holy basil, my stevia, my regular basil. Um, which one is this? Thai basil, flower seeds. I cut all of them. And I brought this plant inside. I said, let's see how long it can go because it actually has peppers on it in this shallow pot. If you can see them. I don't know if you can see them, but they are there. It has lettuce in it and green peppers, that's still growing. So we're going to leave this one in here. It's still flowering, as you can see. We're just going to leave it in here. This one is a patio deck tomato. So this is the smaller tomatoes. It's still flowering. So it seems to be doing okay in here. And some other things that we got going on in this area. That's mint and some sage and some other arugula, some other old bay, and different plants. We got to get these chard planted out. We've got a bunch of cilantro we need to get out. And so those are some of the things that are being reserved in here. Hey, everyone. Hey, Sean. Hey, Elmo. Anyway, so let's go back out here so I can show you what I did. So I'm going to go. So let's start right here. This is also a tomato. Y'all, these clothespins came in handy. These are broccolis down in here in this pot. But yeah, that is a nice nursery, isn't it? Thank you so much. And I have tomatoes on this. So I just said, well, just cover everything. See what can survive, right? So in here is also greens. I love this space, y'all. I'm going to keep it. And in the spring, I'm going to raise the legs up and use it as a trellis. So putting it over here gave me some more ideas. And we're going to walk around and show you into the bigger greenhouse. So this is my hot house. Look at the flowers. Y'all, we can save the flowers too, right? So the marigolds are still living and thriving, and so as long as I can keep them alive, I'm gonna try. I know the deep winter they're probably gonna do something different, but let me take you into this other greenhouse. This is a quick live, and again, these are the tomatoes. They are fully loaded, fully loaded. Can y'all see them tomatoes? Can y'all see why I covered it? Because I want those tomatoes. Spending time in our garden nursery is the best feeling. Yes, it is. So let's go into this greenhouse. This, y'all look. I decided, it's so warm in here too. I decided to keep the peppers going. And they're growing collard greens at the bottom. So everything seems to be doing okay. We got our lemons. Oh, this is growing some new fruit on it. This is a lemon, Meyer lemon. I brought in some of our plants to see if we can keep them warm. Some of our avocados, see if we can get them to growing better. Yes, this is another lemon. I gotta try to figure out what's going on with the leaves. They look like they need something. I'm not sure what. The newer leaves are beautiful and they're huge. Y'all see how huge those leaves are? But I don't know what's going on with these leaves. So I'm going to try and figure that out. The more I give them, um, look at the lemons. Citrus does not like the cold. This is my moringa. I think I'm on to something really good. I kept my basil. I kept my basil, and I'm gonna keep cutting it back. I'm gonna keep see how long it can last. This one needs to be a cut back. This is my clementine, clementine orange. I had to transplant it from the yard to here, so it'll probably lose some leaves, but it's got plenty of fruit on it. And look what's still down there. look at Y'all, look at this. It's crazy, but it is amazing. Look at all those collards back there. Collards growing with the peppers. Y'all see them peppers? We just had a frost last night. So I just pushed everything that was in the bags inside the greenhouse, and they are still doing their thing. So this is like I said, the collards that are below inside the bags. This is mint, more collards and broccoli. More over here. This is my more. Yes, I got to keep picking these flowers. Just to keep letting it grow. If it can grow, let's just see. If it gets too cold, then I'll cut it all back um and freeze dry it. But for now, I'm just gonna keep growing my. I'm just gonna keep growing it and see if I can keep getting it and until it's time, right? Until it's time to bring it in. Those are again. That's a broccoli down there inside that habanero, and these are all my tomatoes. So I didn't want to throw my tomatoes away. Oh, look at this. This has a whole. Look at this bloom. Is that not wild? Y'all look at all the got the lettuce and stuff inside of there. So this is a beautiful with possibility here with blooms even on a frost inside this house. All of these tomatoes are growing in here. It's a lot of tomatoes, y'all. Can y'all see that? These are beefsteaks. And I'm gonna put some heat. I was able to get some propane, so I'm gonna get a small heater to try to keep it warm in here, to see just how long I can keep them going and living. But they're still fruiting. This house has light, so it's in the center of the garden, so it's getting a lot of light during the day for the hours that it can get it. So from 8 to 5 it's going to get some sun. So I think that's going to be enough sun to keep them going as long as it can. But I need to still increase the capacity of heat in here. So these are also habaneros. It's time for them to be picked. But this is, like I said, all this is tomatoes and basil on this side, and this is mostly citrus here, but there's collard greens and things are embedded. And so I'm loving the idea of this tent that I put up. I will put the link that this is not a sponsored video, so I will put the link to this tent inside my description box a little later if you'd like to try it. But it has two doors, one on each side. It has two really huge windows, two really huge windows on each side as well. So you can see that it creates its own condensation, and it's a 10 by 10 by 9, I believe it is. All right, let's go out here. Let me go back here. This is another area. This is all greens. So, but I covered them because I wasn't ready for the frost to hit them yet because they're still young. This is all kale. And it's grapes, but this is all kale. We can pull this back. Well, I'm not going to pull things off, but I just want y'all to kind of see how things are just absolutely growing well in these bags. And you don't have to take your stuff off. You can get you some plastic. This is from last year, my last year's plastic. and everything. Keep your stash. And I was able to cover my stuff. Now, what I'm worried about is these hibiscus because they will go bad on the first frost. So they did well last night. So I'm gonna have to come out here in a couple hours, try to get some of these calyxes off and stripped or put a huge cover over them so that they won't die tonight. This is, again, this is a broccoli bed. I covered them, so you want to protect them from getting hit by the frost right now. Unless you got fully grown collards, you want to protect the young ones, right? So this is all, again, broccoli. I'm just creating heat for it. Why not, right? Create that heat for them so they can continue to grow. These beds are growing. They're growing rapidly. Eventually, I won't mind covering, taking the cover off of them. But for now, I'm just keeping the covers on my stuff because I don't want them to die, okay? So I'm keeping them covered and keeping some heat generating inside the plastic. All right, so this one, as you can see, is creating its own condensation. So it's like a greenhouse. It's beautiful. This is a full bed of collards. This is one that went uncovered last night and it did okay. This one went okay. This was uncovered. It's time to cut these okra down because I think they've yielded all they're going to yield. I'm surprised that lemongrass survived. Some more collards down in here. I see a couple tomatoes fell off, so we probably need to get those. But let's go up here. So up here again, let's go to the back. So these are two very new beds, and I really wanted to protect them because they are babies. This is my broccoli I grew from seed. I've got spinach here, and I've got cabbage. And this is an entire cabbage bed here. So I wanted to make sure that they were protected. And I'm going to leave them like that and to let them grow a little, keep the bugs off of them. My sweet potatoes, I did take in my holy basil. I'm probably going to wait another week, and because I see the leaves are starting to turn yellow, and just kind of go in there and see what's in there. This is my sweet potato bed that I made from a bookshelf, and it gave me a sweet potato flower, which I painted, which suggests that that they were in a very good environment. That's the only time the flower shows up. These are also greens, very new bags that I put up here, new green bags. Over here is kohlrabi and collards here as well. Everything, y'all, everything did well. I'm so happy, and I've got a batch of spinach that needs to be protected. Also, this is a bed of collards and broccoli, and most of these have one or two plants in them. So it's not just one. This bag has like a broccoli and a collard. This has one broccoli. But most of my bags have two or more plants in them. So because I know that broccoli head is not going to last. I'm gonna be able to take it up, but the collard is going to keep growing. So it was just a good way to really get maximized. This is another bed of tomatoes. They ain't not too much going on. Just a couple of tomatoes, but I just covered it anyway, just to see if I could help it to survive. This bed is pretty much empty, but there's some collards in there. I just be putting stuff everywhere, wherever I can put vegetable. These are all collards. I did give all of these plants some fertilizer yesterday, so I'm really excited about that. This is a Brussels sprout bed, cauliflower. I need to pull some of these leaves, but as you can see, they're again creating their own heat source, and we're just going to keep them covered so that they can continue to grow nicely throughout because there will be days when there isn't a frost. There'll be days when there's a frost. Um, my goal is to maximize my ability to grow the food. Okay. None of these needed any type of covering because they are all evergreen. I got blackberries over here and evergreen bushes. But will y'all look at this? Look at this one. Look like a crime scene? No, it's not a crime scene. But I saved all of my marigolds. I've got collard trees in here. But yeah, it might look like that, but it's not. Baby, it's a food scene. But we were able, as long as it depends on you what you want to keep. I'm gonna keep stuff as long as I can keep it, right? Um, when I go over here to, let's go over here to my kale. These also have 2 and 3 plants in it. They have oh, look at that Brussels sprout right there. That is beautiful. Brussels sprouts, lacinato kale. There's 2 and 3 plants in every single one of these bags. So I'm in them. Look, that one was in the frost. It did well. Those were in the those were in the frost. They did well. These are evergreen, so they're not gonna they'll be fine. Let's see what else I want to show y'all. This pot did well. I let this one go. This is spearmint, and this is kale. So, but I was most fascinated with this right here because now I know I can actually put plastic on it and just let it be a greenhouse. I don't look. We just gonna have a bunch of greenhouses, and that one over there too because that's my banana. And so I'm gonna lower that as soon as I cut back the banana. I'm gonna lower it and put some plastic on it, and maybe we'll put some things that are starting in there as well. So let me go over here. I want to just kind of see. That one's kind of leaning, but these two look great. Hola, hola. And so, yeah, these two look great. It's nice and warm under here. Y'all see that sunflower? So I'm gonna put a plastic cover and take this cover off. I will put this cover on only when there's a frost. But I'm gonna put plastic. I'm gonna encase this in a plastic cover so it can continue to get sun. So I wanted to, but look at those greens. Y'all see those green bags? That's my kale. They're doing good. So I'm gonna walk over here really quick into the orchard. See what's happening. The blueberries are doing well. This is an oregano patch. It grows like that all year. It will never die. It's just gonna grow and grow and grow. This was where my watermelons were, but I was finally able to clean it up. So these are gonna die back. These are grapes, and they need to cut them back so that they can grow abundantly. And plus, those leaves look crazy. I only didn't get many raspberries this year. My raspberry patch kind of, I don't know, it just wasn't doing all that well this year, but next year probably. But look at this. This is wild. This is my Roselle hibiscus, y'all. I don't even have a cover big enough to put over it. I might bring some blankets out here and put on top of it. Because I do have blankets, and I don't mind putting my blankets up there. Look at this. Look at this. This banana. It won't survive the frost either. They never do. But let's just see what happens this year because they all came back. It was only one banana, now it's four. Um, it's still producing. It didn't fruit this year, so hopefully it will fruit next year. I don't know. This blackberry. All right, so this is the orchard. I need to cover these up. I'll probably do it tomorrow. These figs, they got a lot of water and they still look good. I didn't cover them up yet because I wanted to give them some. Oh, let's see what's happening. Look at all those. Y'all see that? Y'all see all those? Y'all see all those figs? And it is November. There's a tomato back here too. Y'all see all them tomatoes? Look. Stuff did well. Things things just grew back here. This is another one, another hibiscus. Look at this calyxes. It's huge. I think I'm gonna, once I get off live, I'm gonna come and pick some of these. This is another fig, but I'm gonna cut this all the way back because I do not like the way these leaves were affected by the zinnias. I think the zinnias had some type of disease on them, so I'm gonna treat these plants, cut it all the way back, and burn these leaves so it don't get in my soil. That's the good thing about having this ground cover here is that I can control what happens in the ground. So I'm gonna put it in a pile over there, but I will be taking all of these off. I've got some new plants, some new figs growing back there. Look like that one's already catching it too because it's in the environment. So I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this out of here. This apple tree grew to that height, but it didn't produce anything. But it did grow. We'll see what happens next year, okay? This is a lemongrass. I need to cut another hibiscus over here. And now we're going to come out on the other side. One of my hibiscus died. So y'all can see it down there. I guess it was just too many of them. It's like 6 of them over here. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. I don't care about it being covered. Y'all save y'all crops, okay? Don't be, and put some more in the ground. Yeah, so these were the ones that it's time to probably take the cover off of these, see how they are doing. These are 6 broccolis over here, but these are all cabbage. But all collards, but I'm gonna put some more seeds over here. Look at this, still growing. Let's grab this tomato. I got a bunch of tomatoes up here. And I'm probably gonna take this out. It's not gonna be spared. It's gonna die over here. But it did give small tomatoes. Even, yeah, things are still trying to grow. Even the okra. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. And I put 3 blueberries in over here. Here's one. It's doing really good. You can see all the new green leaves. This is a very acidic area, which is why I put it over here because there's a lot of chicken feed, chicken stuff. I put their stuff out here, and these blueberries love acidic soil, and chicken manure is highly acidic. This is an evergreen that gives off beautiful yellow blooms in the spring. I'm cutting it back because it lost its leaves and it went through transplant shock. So we gotta let it do what it's doing. These are 2 more blueberries right here. I'm just putting things on the ground. You just gotta keep adding stuff. So 2 more blueberry varieties, different varieties over here. I also put in some mulberries, a few mulberries right here. This one went through transplant shock, but it's already getting some new leaves. So, but these did well. They feel good. They feel like they're gonna do well. And this is my chickpea. This is some chickpeas. I don't know how long this will last or when it will produce chickpeas, but it's cold, so y'all don't forget y'all can still plant peas because it's not too late. Um, this is asparagus. We're gonna top this all off, put some more nice warm bedding around it because next year we will have asparagus. And I noticed that there's an asparagus way over there. I don't know, it's growing under the ground, I guess. But this is another asparagus tree. Let's see, over here, this is compost, just stuff back here. It's my work area. I have 2 more figs. 2 more figs that seem to be doing okay. And I think I'm going to put these in this bed because I can put things around it that can grow flowers. I want to be able to have multi-uses for it. That's the goal, multi-use. All these acorns I'm going to pick up because chickens love acorns. So I'm just letting them drop and then I'm going to gather them because chickens love. I built this deck. I built all these decks. I built these boxes, these planter boxes. I built this planter boxes. I did it all out of old fencing. I revamped this to a rock bed just to keep, because I wanted a rock bed. A rock bed. I can even step on this if I want to. I don't have to worry about weeding it. It's got fabric cloth underneath it. And the only things here is my roses. So what I could do in the spring is just put, plants and flowers around it in pots if I want to. So everything don't have to be in the ground. Again, these are some of the plants that I want to grow on the vines around the tent areas. So this one went through transplant shock. This is my beauty berry, but hopefully she'll work out. I'm just gonna leave her there and see how she does. I gotta get these in the ground, so these are, falling back a lot. We're gonna mulch this area up and just let it do what it do. This is a perennial bed. Everything comes back except for these marigolds. And I'm loving seeing these mushrooms, so this suggests that this is really good soil. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are, but I'm going to do some research because my soil really does produce a lot of mushrooms. As you can see, they are all over here in this bed, which means that this is some really, really rich soil. If you can see it back there, there's more. Their mushrooms are everywhere. I just don't know if they're edible, so I have to do some research first. But even all outside of my yard, I have a lot of mushrooms out there too. But this soil is so rich. I love the fact that I turfed this area because it looks like grass, but it's not. It's turf. And I love that for me because I get to still see something green, even if it's a figment of my imagination. And these, I don't know how long these will last. Things are starting to die back a little, but I'm trying to save as much as I can or stay green as much as I can. This bed will stay alive. This will stay alive. Some things will die back, but when it comes back in the spring, it's going to be robust. Because number one, these rhizomes, these grow under the ground, so that one back there is probably going to multiply and keep multiplying and keep multiplying. Because these all came from this one plant right here that's in this pot. And as you can see, she's already getting a new shoot there. This is 5 or 6 new shoots. So if you've been following me, then you know that I love to propagate plants. These are all winter. These are all evergreen, so they will stay green. All of these, the olive tree, this salvia, the wind palm, all that will stay green. Yep. Yeah, so that's it. But this is what I love the most, y'all. I was like, that's creative. I was like, you a genius. But this is what I'm going to put up in the summer. I'm gonna take these and wrap my jasmine. Let my jasmine start growing up the legs of this so that they can just grow and grow and grow. Wind them around. Once I get this plastic on here and stand it up to the height of this one, this is going to be the one I take the cover off every year. It's just going to be a trellis. So the goal is that it will be a trellis that I can let the jasmine grow up. So I'll have beautiful jasmine blooms in the spring. So that's what's happening in the garden, y'all. It was quite a journey last night trying to get all this stuff prepared because I knew it was going to freeze. My husband told me though, you don't get no notice. You get maybe that morning you'll get a notice, just depending on what's happening in your area, what the weather decides it's going to do. But yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna keep them covered until we're okay. And I'm gonna get out here and get some of these calluses off of. Let me show you what I did with the lemongrass though. The lemongrass I told you I put in this tank here. I did harvest the lemongrass. That's it. And I'm gonna leave it in this. I'm gonna leave it in here because I can't deal with it today. So I'm gonna keep it safe. But the roots is what I really need of the lemongrass, and that is over here. That's these. There was 7 of them, so I've covered them up with bags until I can get back out here to cut the roots out the ground. Yeah, my girl's ready to go in the house, but I'm making them stay out here until it's time to go to sleep because they be tricking me. They want me to keep feeding them. And when you eat, you've eaten, and that's it. So anyway, just wanted to do this quick live. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're doing out there to keep your plants safe on the homestead. Are you covering? If so, what are some tips and tools that you might recommend? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the live. Bye for now.